All right.
Go.
Sorry. We're live.
We are live, and we are on. For everyone who was joining us, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All of a sudden, I got a cough now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is the best experience with Nick Best, and usually we just like to dive right into it. And for those who are brand new members and join the Patreon, thank you. And we have a list of the new members, and for everyone who joins, we read off your names, and also too, we use the emails for those that we cannot pronounce.
Right.
So, we apologize, but thank you guys for joining, and it means a lot to us.
Yeah, very much so. So thank you. Thank you all very much. Wang Yu, 1959. Ying Li, thank you very much. Paul Wang. John, just simple John.
Just John.
499626063. Thank you very much. Evelyn, thank you. Fei Yan, thank you. And then P. Hun Lin, thank you as well. And if I butchered any of your names, my sincere apologies.
We try. I always say that.
We appreciate you very much.
Yes.
So,
and like I said, for those interested in joining and supporting the Patreon, thank you. Links in the notes, all that great stuff. But also too, one of the perks of the Patreon is those who join, you can ask Nick a question, and man, we got 3 questions in this week, which is very nice to see.
We all know moderate exercise is beneficial, but in cities with haze pollution, outdoors exercise might cause people to inhale more harmful air. Yeah, like LA has smog, and China has really rough air in some places.
Oh, yes.
Are there any good indoor exercises options, and how should we handle this situation? Well, the situation is you're going to have to just go out and do the best you can, because indoor air can be sometimes just as polluted as outdoor air. It's just what it's polluted with could be slightly different. When people don't have good ventilation in their homes, there's also issues with that as well. Outdoor air pollution is gross and can cause like a sore throat and stuff like that. I remember playing football when I was younger in LA, and by the end of the game, we get a sore throat from breathing the air. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about that, but other than try to get ourselves out of that situation or work out where possibly indoor, where the air might be a little bit better. But usually, as I said, no matter where you go in a bad air area, you're going to have bad air. And that's the problem, unless you're living in something that has like an air filter system on it that will actually filter out the air in the house. That would be like an air purifier, that type of thing. That would probably be your best option, is to buy like an air purifier and then work out in there with an air purifier going on. And, you can do all kinds of stuff inside. I mean, you can do burpees, running in place, like if the area is not that big, down ups, a lot of the CrossFit stuff that they do, like standing in place, box jumps, where you jump up onto something and jump back down, stuff like that. You could do for like physical exercise.
Calisthenics,
stuff like that. You can absolutely do. I would definitely, if I was living in a place that had really bad and rough air pollution, excuse me, I would definitely get an air purifier and go about it that way. If the outside air is too bad, when it's windy and stuff like that, when the wind settles, good time to go outside and exercise till the air gets bad, because it'll take a little while. But after rainstorms and stuff like that, also a good time. The air quality is usually a whole lot better after a storm comes through, things like that. So there's still ways to get outside and do it. You're just going to have to pay attention to the weather as well. So, okay, on to the next one.
All right.
My friend and I only eat 2 meals a day. Not good. So we snack when hungry. Usually grab cookies or chips because they're easy. But I think that's why my cholesterol is high. Pretty good assumption. Very good assumption. Work is hectic, so I eat out a lot. Yep. Can eating out too much and eating cookies raise cholesterol and increase chronic disease risk? Yes. What are better things to eat when I'm hungry while out? Okay. There are better things you can eat when you're hungry and you're out. One, you can find a restaurant that makes sushi or any type of rice and buy rice. You can buy rice in the little cup things, and then you can find places that will make some type of protein, whether it's eggs or beef or whatever, and mix them together. It's pretty simple. Or buy a can of tuna fish and put that in with the rice, and then put some chicken broth in there and stir it up and eat away. Throw some low-fat cottage cheese in with the tuna fish and in with the rice, and then stir that up. That'll also be a really good snack or meal for people that you can do when you're out and you're going really quick. Some places will cook hamburger patties. So you find a place where you get rice, and then find another place where you get patties, and you can put that together. Or some places will make like eggs and omelets and stuff like that. Just ask them not to use any oil when they make them, so that they make scrambled eggs without the oil, because the oil and the grease is the problem, and you don't want that. So have them make it without the oil. Just scrambled eggs without the oil, or it's over easy, or whatever. However you want the eggs made, you can make them that way, and just have them don't coat everything in oil, and then get plain white rice, and then maybe find a place where you can get some chicken broth and throw that in there and be good to go. So that's one way to do things when you're out and you're eating and stuff like that. A lot of the restaurants will do that, and just ask, can you make things without putting oil all over it, or have them use butter? You're like, can you cook this in butter instead of oil? And you'll know the difference when they're doing it. Butter tastes a whole heck of a lot different than cooking oil. So you'll notice right away when they're doing that differently. The butter's, for the most part, it's okay. Margarine's horrible. It's just as bad as your cooking oil. But butter's not too bad to eat with, even with the eggs and stuff like that, your cholesterol go up a little bit. Eating cholesterol is good for your brain. It really is. And it's also a little good for your joints, and it's good for your hormonal system. It's just not exercising enough and not doing the proper things, and eating bad cholesterol, or it's in like a lot of junk food and stuff like that, where your body won't process it. That's bad. So,
Exactly. And even with that, don't, at least for me, try to avoid the low hanging fruit. The foods that you like, oh, you think it's good, it's all dolled up, it's protein heavy, but the thing is, it has all the dressings and the seasonings and the sweetenings on
yeah,
it. And it's like, always look for that healthy alternative wherever you're going to go or wherever you're going to eat. Because, like I said, it's easy to grab a bag of chips, it's easy to grab some cookies, because guess what? They taste amazing.
they do.
But
They're
but
horrible.
yeah, exactly. They're horrible. It's like, all right, I know guess what? A hard boiled egg, some almonds, uh, you know, um,
Yep.
even a protein bar would be slightly above junk food. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
a whole bunch, but slightly. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, try to make sure you're going for those better alternatives than the, like, I know this is going to be good and it's going to hit the spot, but it's like, all right, let me do what's right.
Yeah, it's a cookie. It's gonna get my blood sugar up really fast. I'm gonna
Mhm.
feel good for about the next half hour, and then not so much.
Exactly.
So try to get the good foods. Try to get some rice, and then whatever protein stuff like that you're gonna eat that day. Get that with
Mhm.
that, and just do a better job of it, and find other little healthier snacks. Almonds was a good
Mhm.
example. There's cashews and stuff like that. There's all
Mhm.
kinds of things that you can eat that's gonna help.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to ask for the restaurant to make something specific for you.
Yes.
A lot of places will do that. I mean, yeah, when I'm in a jam, I'll go through like lining in and out and just get patties. I'll just get like 6 patties, and then I'll get one order of French fries because they use whole potatoes and they
Yep.
run them through, and the oil they use isn't really bad as far as when they go to fry them.
But
So
even too, they're switching to beef tallow here pretty soon.
yeah, and that's going to be great when they do that. So or better for you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all kinds of ways. Don't be afraid to ask. Chefs are there to cook for a reason. So if you want something a little different, it might be off the menu.
That's it.
Most cases, you don't have to pay too much more, or in some cases, actually less.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to ask. Ask when you get out there.
Exactly.
Okay? All right. Question 3. How can someone stay mindful at all times? Since personality traits are partly innate, yeah. Some are naturally more anxious or pessimistic. How do we encourage ourselves to maintain a positive mindset? Positive mindset all starts with you. And you start thinking about all the positive things in your life that you have, that things that make you happy, like getting up and getting on with your day. I like to wake up and go take my time and have a nice breakfast and do a little meditation and you know wake up that way, and then take a shower and get moving and just doing my stuff for the day. And there's just things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for being alive every day. I'm thankful for all my friends and all the people around that I love, that love me. And just kind of think you want to stay positive around all those people. And positivity breeds more positivity. If you're
Yes.
positive, and not like in an overboard way that makes people crazy.
Yeah, because there are those people who do overdo it.
Yeah. And you're just like, whoa, they're a bit much. But come out there and just be a positive attitude. Somebody asks you
Mhm.
something, yep, got it. No problem. Da, 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 and just move on and just keep going. And just be in a good mood and want yourself to be in a good mood, and be mindful of it. You will be in a good mood.
Yeah.
Positivity breeds positivity. Negativity attracts and brings in negativity.
Yep.
So if you're going to come after things negatively and go after that all the time, you're going to attract a lot more of that to you.
Exactly.
It can always be said, if you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. If you go looking for negative behavior, you're going to find it, and it's going to come right to you.
Yep.
If you go out there with a positive mindset and a positive attitude, that's what you're going to attract. So know what you want to attract that day and make up your mind that that's what you're going to attract. You could have all kinds of things going wrong during the day. And as long as you keep a positive mindset while going through them, they always come out a little bit better than it could have been. I mean,
Yep.
it could always be worse. So come after everything with a good positive idea, mental attitude, and don't let things get you down. Don't let things keep you down. Just come through and just make the best of everything that you touch. And pretty soon that's going to be all around you. It just will. So the more positive energy you put out there, the more you're going to get back. The more negative energy you put out there, the more you're going to get back. So don't put it out there. Just that plain, just that simple.
Yes, it is. And it's, I was just watching some videos today and I was reading a couple of articles. One of the things that it's practicing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you said, you do it every day, but you got to practice, see yourself being positive, practice seeing yourself being positive, and practice that positive, because all of a sudden your brain will start seeing yourself as a positive person and having this positive attitude. And then your brain recognizes it and then just does it willfully.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, it's like never speaking negatively about yourself. Your body will listen.
Hmm.
You don't want that.
That's it.
So always, always, always come after everything with a positive mindset, and the end result will always be better than the way it could have been. Oh,
Exactly. I agree in that, and hey, everyone who submitted their questions, thank you. We
okay.
appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We look forward to seeing these so we can
Mhm.
reference them, see them, and pick the ones that we're going to talk about. So thank you guys for joining us on those. So, and if you want to get your question read, please on Patreon, join and submit your question. It's right there in the community group chat. You'll see it right there in the notes.
Yep.
And Nick just got back.
Let's talk about your beard for a second.
Yeah, we can talk about it. It's my beard grows quick, so it's coming in. But I definitely feel Nick had mentioned I was looking like Hulk Hogan, and I'm hoping it's Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yes. So that's cool.
Oh yeah. It's a little at a time, just a little at a time. I cleaned it up so it's a little more lined up, so it looks not so all over the place.
Yeah, it looks a little even. So it looks even, so that's good.
Oh yeah.
All right, so go ahead.
Oh yeah, Nick was in Richmond, Virginia.
I was.
And two things: a seminar and a strongman competition. So you did a little bit of talking, you did a little bit of judging, and you did a little bit of fun. So
it was a great gym.
That's it.
It's one of the better strongman gyms, and just gyms in general that you'll run into. Great powerlifting gym, some good strongman stuff in there. Getting more all the time. It was a really neat place. I mean, Nancy Johnson put on a great contest, and if you're in Richmond and you're a strongman, you need to go check that place out.
There we go.
It was a great contest. People learned an awful lot. People went out and competed hard. It was fun.
How many competitors were you judging out there?
I think there was just about 60 that were competing. I think they had 10 or 11 that, paid to go and just didn't show up for whatever reason. So,
that does happen.
Should have been closer to 70, but they had right about 60 competing. So it was a good contest. It was fun. Had 3 platforms going. And it was neat to see people coming out there and just getting after it. It really was.
Nice. Any standout events that happened?
The deadlift event was pretty cool. Plus, I got to judge that, and so did John Hack. So that was pretty neat. So the two of us were there and doing that. And
a couple of deadlift champions here.
Yeah. So that was pretty neat. That was a lot of fun, and they had to go back and forth between deadlifting a bar and deadlifting hex bar.
Okay.
Yeah, side handle deadlift.
What were roughly? What do you think the weights were on those deadlifts?
I think the for the heavyweights it was 550 and 575.
Oh, that's not too bad. So I'm still 575 on that hex bar.
Yeah, so they had to go back and forth, boom, boom, boom. So they do one and then they do the other, and you couldn't go back to the other one until you did that one. So if you missed one of them, you had to stay there till you got it and then move back to the next one. So
there we go.
It was pretty cool. The log or the axle was pretty neat to watch. That was nice. They got to drop it on the crash pad. So the whole thing was just a very good run show. It was fun to watch. Volunteers.
How was the weather out there for you?
The weather was good. It was actually really nice. And my understanding is it snowed the day I left, or the day I left.
Talk about good luck.
I was pretty happy about that. So flying back was interesting, but yeah.
Well, no. Let's get into it because, like I said, with the government shutdown still happening at this very moment, which we might be open on Friday, or maybe tomorrow, we don't know. Mm-hmm. But this is the things that we got to talk about because, like I said, it's like, it's only frustrating.
I think to me, I didn't even get onto the seminar part of it. So we'll get back to the seminar part of it.
Yeah. Let's put a pin in this. Hit the seminar now.
So put a pin in what you want to do the seminar now?
Yeah, let's do the seminar first, and then we'll go in chronological order here.
Okay. So the seminar was awesome. We had about 33 people in the seminar, and John Hack and I, we talked for probably 30 or 40 minutes, just taking questions and just talking with people. And I talked about mistakes that I saw during the contest the day before, and how people should probably look at getting the best out of making the events as easy as possible within the rules instead of just, you always want to think, how can I be smarter about this and maximize everything in it for me to get the most out of everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So something as simple as putting on the blue gloves from Home Depot when you're doing a natural stones shouldering and pressing overhead will make things a lot easier because you grab the rock, you stick to the rock a lot better.
Yeah.
Putting forearm sleeves on, keeping your arms in good shape. There was one guy that was actually really smart. He wore like a Carhartt jacket with a hood. And so as he's cleaning the rock up the front of him, he didn't get all tore up from it. And then he was actually able to set the thing on the side of his head to hold it.
There you go.
It was pretty smart. I mean, his head didn't get all scratched up, and he got 4 reps, which was pretty darn good. So it was smart. Now, if he'd have worn the gloves on top of that, it would be even better. So also, people didn't use the crash pad. Crash pad is 4 inches taller than the grass. And when they're dropping in the grass, it's sinking in. So it's probably a 5-inch advantage if you use the crash pad.
Yeah. And I can imagine that grass making it wet because grass holds moisture.
And it rained the day before. So it would have made things a little easier using the crash pad. And it's just like little things like that make a difference between being first and sixth.
Yeah.
Just little things like that go a long way. And so we talked about stuff like that for probably like 30, 40 minutes and talk about stones and just talk about getting ready for certain events and preparing for them.
Yeah.
And things like that. We also talked about coaches, how a lot of coaches might know how to do programming, but they have no idea how to compete whatsoever.
Yeah.
They get there and they literally don't know any of the tricks that a seasoned competitor will know. And it's just like, if they don't know these things, they, what good are they? They're there to they need to be able to help you through your training, your food, and your competing. And if they don't know all those little things because they haven't done them, and they stand around and they listen what other people say and try to take bits from it, it's not as effective as knowing it firsthand. So make sure whoever you're paying to do things has a pretty good idea how to compete too.
Yeah.
So anyway, we talked about that, and then we started the coaching clinic where we did, log and stuff like that. We, showing people how to clean the log, how to set their hands right when they got it in the lap, so that when you roll it up your chest, it rolls into position. Because if you don't have your hands angled down when the log's in your lap, when you go to roll it up, it'll get stuck.
Yeah.
You won't be able to lock it into place without popping it up in the air. So just little things, little technique things, how to lean back and drive with your legs, and how to get the right position with your head and neck and stuff as you're pressing into the air.
Yeah.
And find their power bands, stuff like that. Work with that for a good while. John went and started working on the deadlift with people, which was really neat. I popped my head over and watched a little bit as I was, helping people with the log. And then we started doing the yoke and really started breaking down the yoke a lot.
Yeah.
And watching the light bulb turn on with people on how to get the yoke moving and get it started, how to get a quick takeoff no matter what the weight of the yoke is, by using the weight of the yoke and angling your pick a certain way, so when you come up, you're up on your toes, and all you have to do is move your feet forwards. And as the yoke starts to swing, accelerate your feet at the same time, and then it won't swing back. It'll just go fast.
Yeah.
You're using the implement to take off, and then how to properly set it on your shoulders, and get your center of gravity going the right way, because a lot of people put it back too far, like they're trying to do a back squat, which will actually pull them backwards and slow them down. So we went through a lot of stuff with it. Even John got in and jumped in and did it a couple times.
Well, John does compete in strongman too, not just powerlifting. And, and we got to see him compete not that long ago.
OSG.
Yep.
Like last year, I think. So
exactly, it was. And,
so it was a great seminar. It really was. It was a lot of fun. And I think we went like 4 hours.
Nice.
So we
Nice.
spent quite a lot of time with people, and whatever questions they had, we answered them. So
That's the one thing about seminars. You know what I'm saying? It's like, a lot of people want to feel they got their money's worth, but with you, Nick, they always get their money's worth because, like I said, you just don't give them the information. You make sure they learn the information.
yeah. Well, I've done a few now with Ed Cohen and stuff like that, and I believe kind of exactly what Ed believes.
Mhm.
I've been to people's seminars where they come in with a presentation, they put it up there, and they cover all these things that you don't need.
Yeah.
And it's like, great. And they'll be up there for an hour, 45 minutes talking, and you'll have specific questions, and you either don't get to ask the question, or the Q&A is like super fast, and
Yeah.
you've done a great, you've regurgitated all this stuff, that other people have already had, when it's kind of neat when you can come in and go, okay, look, here's the things that we've done.
Mhm.
It's who we are, and go ahead and start with the questions. Come with questions.
Yes.
Think you are lacking in certain areas. You know certain things already. You don't need me to reteach you what you already know. You need to learn from what the question is
Yep.
and what you need to work on. So we try to help people in that way. And yeah, it was great learning that from Ed, because you come in and, all right, you need to work on the yoke. Okay, cool. You need to work on the sandbag. Okay, cool. You need to figure out how to carry for a Conan's wheel or shield carry or whatever else. Okay, cool. And you walk through all these things
Mhm.
as people need to do it, and then the rest of them learn as well and can improve on what they're doing. But you're not regurgitating a lot of stuff that people either already know, or it doesn't affect them. So
Yeah.
it's neat. It really was. It was very special. It was very intimate, and it's neat to see people's faces when they get it and it lights up. They're like, "Oh, this is what you're." Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Exactly.
about. That's why I was able to just blast off the start on all my yokes, and all my
That's
farmers
it.
walk.
That's it.
So
That's the reward right there.
yeah, exactly. So it was a pretty neat thing. So I had a blast doing it. I love doing seminars. So
Oh yeah.
um,
Well, more in
anytime,
the future.
oh yeah, anytime I will come out and do them. Oh heck yeah!
And that's it. You guys,
It's-
if you ever want to put on a seminar,
mhm.
set up the time, set up the thing. Hey, reach out to Nick, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? We can see what we can work out.
Yeah, you can come out and teach us some things. It'll
Oh
be
yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the airport thing because, like I said, flying sucks. Period. That's the worst part of
Yeah,
enjoying what you do.
yeah. Well, if there were certain parts of flying, it would just be much better. But one, I don't like being treated by like a criminal from um, the TSA and the people that are there. I mean, it's just like, wait
Yeah.
a minute, I paid for these.
Exactly.
Don't yell at me.
Yeah.
And we have to show so much ID, so much everything. Here, stand in front of this and take a picture. I'm like, no, it's not mandatory.
Yep.
And the guy's like, I'm like, it's not. Don't give up your rights. Benjamin Franklin said, one man unwilling to die for his rights didn't deserve them in the first place.
That's it.
And you don't hand over your rights until you have to, because you're never getting them back.
Yep.
You don't have to stand in front of that thing and take a picture. You don't have to. I don't. I just like, yep. Until I have to do that to fly, I'm not doing it ever. And so they got mad and they sent me back.
Hmm.
Go back to the thing. They're like, "Oh, your birth date's wrong on the ticket." I'm like, "Okay." So I had to walk back about 200 yards, get the stuff redone, and come back, and then go through. And then as soon as I get through, I always, for whatever reason, when I go through those machines, they always hit my groin area.
Yeah.
Always,
Because it's
always.
steel. Not
Not steel. Oh my gosh. So anyway, and I'm like, oh, and I make a comment. I'm like, oh, great. Always, this always happens to me. And the guy's like, "What?" And the guy was just in a horrible mood. The TSA
Oh
guy.
yeah.
He's just like, well, at least you're getting paid. I'm like, you're going to get paid as soon as Congress gets back in. They're going to
Exactly. Everybody's getting back pay. It was already stated, and it was already in the.
Yeah. I'm like, so you'll get paid. It's just, you just got to be patient. Well, you be patient. I'm like, sir, this is the job you've chosen.
Yeah.
And you're paid for by my tax money.
Yep. If you don't want to be here, then don't be here.
Right. And he was just like, I can't deal with this guy. And he like turns and leaves and has somebody else come over to do the search and stuff. And I'm just like, the audacity and the gall to treat people this way.
Yeah.
We're at their mercy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't feel they're making us any safer. I mean, the most controlled environment is like a prison, and they still find ways of doing things. I think this is just to condition us. And I really, I just, they need to be polite, nice at all times.
Yeah.
We're not an inconvenience for them.
Exactly.
We're the paying customers that pay a lot of money to get in an airplane and go to where we need to go. We're not criminals. Now, do criminals get on the planes and cause problems? And there's a necessity to check people? Yeah, that's happened. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, but it's a very small percentage.
Correct. And to treat everyone like they're those people is not cool. And, you know, TSA agents need to be freaking nice to people. They really do. And if they forget to put stuff and they forget to take out their shoes or they don't want to do their belts or whatever else, it's their job to sit there with a smile and be patient and get the people through.
Exactly.
Not to be rude or mean to them. So it really bothered me that the guy treated me that way. And it's just like, and he treats people that way, just in general. A lot of them are
because, like I said, if he did it to you, he does it to everybody.
Oh, I know. So, yeah, and then the rest of it, like the original flight that I was supposed to go through to Denver and then to Vegas, that flight got canceled. So they sent me to Nashville and then from Nashville to Vegas. And it got in about the same time. So it was kind of a wash on that. I think it got delayed like an hour, but it wasn't bad. So all that part of it, the airlines did great, both coming out, which I think I flew Breeze on the way out and Southwest on the way back in. And both of them did fine. I didn't have any problems with anybody. The actual staff on the planes were great. So
there we go.
They were nice. They were helpful.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome. So the rest of that trip was fine. It was just dealing with the TSA, like always.
It's just always what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it also too is because you're a much larger person, so you stick out of the crowd when you're walking through these larger crowds. So you stick out like a sore thumb, and you know, it's just, you know, trust me.
Now, if I could just get through the thing without it setting my crotch, setting the thing off.
Like, well, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
it knows. Everybody now knows. Well, let's move on from this horrible situation.
Okay.
And let's talk movies. Nick got to see a new movie this weekend, so we can actually talk about that.
Two, actually.
Oh yeah, there you go.
One was on Netflix, and the other one was Black Phone 2.
Well, let's cover the Netflix one first, because that's everybody has access. I don't know if Black Phone 2 is out on streaming yet.
Yeah, it's on the streaming. Well, it's not on the stream. Well, yeah, I mean, I got it through Apple, but you can get it on Amazon or whatever else.
Oh, okay.
Whichever one sells anyone that sells the things where you can buy the movies that are current.
Oh, Amazon Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime usually has the direct to streaming one once it comes out of the theaters.
Right, and there's like, I know DirecTV has a version of that, so does cable.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, but I watched the new Frankenstein movie. It was definitely a different take on it.
Yeah, I definitely like that actor. You know what I'm saying? He's a good. He did Moon Knight and a few other movies. He always plays like a manic person.
Yeah, yeah. The guy that played Doctor, that you're talking about, the guy that played Doctor
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
yeah.
Yeah, he did pretty good with it, but it was kind of, oh, he wasn't even the guy that did the best acting in it. The guy that actually played Frankenstein himself, did
Well,
a pretty,
that's all the reviews that I saw. Everyone was talking about he killed
yeah.
it.
He the, yeah, the guy that played Doctor Frankenstein did okay. I mean, he's been
Mhm.
in, like, the Star Wars
Yeah,
and some of those other things. He did all right. I mean, he did about what he would normally do in just about any other movie. He did a good job, but it wasn't like earth shattering. The guy that
yeah,
played Frankenstein did unbelievably good. He really did. You could see the sadness and the frustration of being
yeah,
alone. And then the person who creates him,
mhm,
that really doesn't show him love or affection,
yeah,
that treats him like a monster type of thing. And he meets a pretty girl and she ends up uh, dying, but not through him. She ends up passing away, and he went to the guy that created him. He went to Doctor Frankenstein, and he's like, I don't want to be alone.
yep,
Be someone else. And at this point, he's like, Dr. Frankenstein had destroyed his lab and destroyed everything, trying to kill him at the same time, which didn't
yeah,
work because he just keeps coming back alive every time somebody kills him, which was a very interesting, different take on the Frankenstein character. So this Frankenstein was pretty much unkillable.
yeah.
So, if you,
Zombie-ish style.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But it was still neat to watch. And the guy's like truly feels alone and stuff like that, and how that all comes back and the misery he
Mhm.
goes through while still wanting love,
Yeah,
wanting companionship, stuff like that, and then having the compassion when Dr. Frankenstein's dying to forgive him and stuff like that. So it was pretty neat. It was an interesting take on the Frankenstein.
okay. That's good. So if we have to put a rating on this, and we, like I said, one through five here.
Probably like 4.25. It
That's
was,
hey,
it
so I
was
think that's the highest one that we've had so far. Four and a
that
quarter.
so
Yeah,
far.
yeah, exactly. I so that's definitely letting you know if you got Netflix, watch Frankenstein.
Yeah, yeah. Black Phone 2, I'd say probably like maybe a 3.
Three.
Yeah, it was a horror movie, but wasn't very, I don't know, maybe it's just me and I'm getting older, but the stuff that was supposed to be scary in it really didn't scare me that much. I mean,
No jumps, no nothing. Well, if you had to pinpoint something in the movie that was the best part, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you don't have to give it up, but just like, was there something in there that was like, oh, that was cool, or it was just like it was just more not a horror but a thriller.
uh, yeah, well, it's horror because some people got hit with axes or burning in an oven, that type of stuff. But they don't. The axes hitting people, they show a little bit, but it's not like, I don't know. It's weird. It wasn't super gory,
Hmm.
but it was enough to like give you that idea. But the summer camp or the winter camp thing that was going on,
Yeah,
kind of like reminds you of like an old Jason movie where they're at
yeah,
summer camp type of thing. And then the dreams, it was kind of like a mixture of Nightmare on Elm Street.
okay,
When the girl would go to sleep, she would dream and the ghost would come and try to hurt her and like mess with her and stuff and
yeah,
talk to her. So some of that stuff, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, but it was just interesting. They mixed all these parts from other horror movies in it together,
yeah,
and then kind of came up with the main frame of the story, which wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
yeah.
So, like I said, it's about a 3.
Okay, okay,
If
I
you,
can see it. I'm not a huge
Whoa,
horror movie fan
and
in
it's
any of the sense.
yeah, and it's
You know what I'm
kind of
saying?
slow.
I watch them because everyone else is watching them, and they're like, "Oh, we need to see this," and that's typically the only reason I see it. I'm an action adventure person.
Yeah. Well, I watched it on the airplane.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah, you got to download something, and that's what you got.
yeah. Well, it was actually came through the Wi-Fi and stuff like that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I
There you
watched
go.
it. Like I said, it was good for watching on the airplane. And the story wasn't great. It wasn't bad. I mean, the cool part is they thought their mother had committed suicide, and it turns out she was murdered. So
Yeah.
it made them feel better about that type of thing. But
Okay.
yeah, and there's a lot more, but I don't want to ruin the story.
Yeah. No. We'll leave it at that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So, now that we covered that, man, that was pretty good. I got to see Predator Badlands.
yeah.
And like I said, I don't want to give none of it up, but I would give it a solid 4. I
Okay.
enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the Yacha language because, like I said, there it was English and subtitles for the Yacha language. And the reason I also give it a 4, and this is the big reason why, my wife came with me to watch it, and
Mhm.
she enjoyed it. So
Oh,
typically, yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like if she can walk away from an action movie that's completely not her thing, and she said she enjoyed it, that bumped it up an extra star for me. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
It was a good movie. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. But for my wife to be like, "Oh, I actually like that. That was pretty funny. This and this happened and this happened," and she's like,
Yeah.
"I enjoyed it." So,
And you got the Wayland tie-in
yeah.
to the Alien movies too.
Oh yeah, that's
So
it.
and the robot.
Oh yeah,
So I think that'll probably prove to be pretty interesting to see what happens with that as well. Because
oh yeah,
the more that storyline between the aliens and the Predator and Wayland's synthetic humans,
oh yeah,
synthetic humans are not as nice as what people have let them out to be.
oh
So
yeah.
we
And
kind
they're
of
strong too. So
yeah.
they definitely, they're not just a pushover kind of a synthetic. You know what I'm saying?
So it'd be kind of
So
kind of interesting to see how that all plays out as well.
exactly. So it's got a lot of potential there. I enjoyed it. Um, and man, that was us for movies.
Mm.
Nick is heading to Houston, Texas,
I
coming up
am.
here pretty soon.
The
2
OST.
weeks. Yes,
Mhm.
OSG, Official Strongman Games.
Yep.
He is set to do commentation
Some
at the show.
commentary and some possible judging too.
There we
So
go.
that'd be great.
There we
Hopefully,
go.
hopefully I get to do some of that. That'll be a lot of fun. I
Oh
love
yeah,
so. And then I'll probably pop in. I got a lot of friends that are going, so I'll help some of the athletes as well. And
exactly.
if anybody
And
has any questions, all I got to do is ask.
hey, you just heard the invite because I was going to throw it out there for him because he usually forgets, but he told you. So when we're there at the show,
Mhm.
if you have a question and you're a competitor, guess what? You have that open ticket. Do not feel scared. Do not feel,
Yeah,
weird about it. Just come ask. And the other thing too is pictures, pictures, pictures. Everybody likes to take a picture. Guess what? Come take a picture.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I love that. I like spending time with people, so it's
Oh yeah,
nice.
oh yeah. And like I said, OSG is always a fun time. It's a
Mhm.
lot of competitors. It's going to be completely jam packed from beginning to end, and you know, it's a blast. So you
Yeah,
know, it'll be
yeah.
fun.
I think it's going to be fun to watch. So there's a couple classes I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing one in particular, and that'll be the Masters 50 plus.
Exactly, exactly. Nick is down, but he is not out, and he will be back in. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Little at a time. Little
I'll
at
be
a
down
time.
for it. But this year, I think there's a log press and there's a dumbbell press. So
Yeah.
um, and then the deadlift ladder. I think Mark will probably win the deadlift ladder, but I think
Hmm.
Sejunis second.
Yeah.
The log, Sejunis is going to win that, and it's going to
Yeah.
be how many people get between the two of them on that. I think there'll be at least three or four.
Yeah.
I think the frame and stuff. I think Mark will probably be faster with the frame, and I think Mark will probably be faster with the steeplechase.
Yeah.
There's a couple of younger guys that have come in that are just 50 that'll do that. So I
Yeah.
mean, but I think they'll be fast enough to beat Sedrunas at it too. So I don't think that's going to affect too much. It'll still keep Mark and Sedrunas kind of close on those.
Yeah.
And then the Stones, I think Sedrunas and Mark will both go very fast. They'll go 1 and 2. So I think the big thing's going to come down is to the 2 overhead events. When like Sedrunas, if Sedrunas beats Cromer, and then there's a couple other pretty good overhead pressers, like 3 or 4 of them that are in there, and if they all beat Mark, I think that'll put a 4 or 5 point gap in there, and then the same with the dumbbell. I think that's the stuff that Mark will have to overcome when he's in there to win it.
There we go.
You know, there's a reason why they do them though, because you can't. You can say, well, I think Sedrunas should win, but still got to do it on game day.
And that's the biggest thing, you know. Say that they like to say for football, it's any given Sunday because anything can happen. But goddamn, that sticks with strongman right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, he's just world's strongest man this year. You know, Randall coming in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the 2 favorites went 2 and 3 instead of 1 and 2. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, Nick, you know, I think we've covered pretty much everything for this week. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of the things that, you know, we should do is, you know, final thoughts on just so, you know, we covered quite a bit. OSG is going to be a lot of fun. What are you looking forward towards that week coming up?
For the week of OSG, I'm just looking forward. I mean, it's like going to a reunion every time you go to these things.
Yeah, so it definitely is.
I love seeing all the people I know and all the competitors and all the former competitors that are there, and just everybody. You know, just look forward to going and seeing people and saying hi and catching up with people, and it just feels like a sense of family when you go to these things, and it's a neat experience. And then meeting new people and hanging out with them and talking with them and just sharing ideas and thoughts and stuff like that. It's all great. I mean, that's what life's all about. It's just, you know, the sense of community, and it's a lot of fun. It really is.
Exactly.
No, I think that's the thing I'm looking forward to most. And then just seeing some good strongmen and guys get after it.
That's it. That's it. Well, Nick, lead us out of here.
All right. Well, please like, share, and subscribe, and definitely share. So, and as always, train hard, train smart, and be the best you can be. Go out there and have a great day.